Hey everyone, welcome to Tuesday's edition of I Hate It Here. My name is Erika.
I'm Marissa.
And thank you for hopping on the Hot Mess Express.
All aboard. Welcome to the Hot Mess Express. Choo choo.
All right, guys. So today is a total Tuesday.
It is.
It's been a Tuesday / Monday. Tuesdays I think are now worse than Mondays.
I think Tuesday's the new Monday, and I'm not here for it.
Nope, absolutely not.
Because Mondays are pretty chill for me, for the most part, and then Tuesday just kicks my ass.
Just
every time. It does.
I don't know why, but I'm like dreading Tuesdays now. Well, not today, guys, because luckily the teams that I meet with are usually they're on a work trip right now. So I've had Tuesdays, like my Tuesday today was pretty clear, but I meet with a lot of them on Tuesdays. But Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I'm like fucking meeting heavy, and I'm starting to dread them.
Yeah.
But today I did take advantage. I did go hang out at the pool.
Yes.
I finished work up early, went to go hang out at the pool, and because I had done so much and I thought I was pretty like up to speed, I'm like, okay, I can just work off my phone. I didn't take my laptop, and I had to leave the pool early.
Oh,
I know. Wah, wah, wah. I couldn't hang out. I couldn't hang out poolside. I mean, granted, I got my workout done.
Right.
I did lap swim, but I had to. As soon as I got out, I looked at my phone. I had to send some things. I'm like, God damn it! This was my day. My day to just hide. So anyhow, I mean, I'm just irritated, guys. Work is really getting on my fucking nerves.
How dare we not be millionaires by now? What the fuck,
and
universe?
And it's not even like a bad job. Again, it's not about the job. It's not about the people. It's not about.
It's just work in general.
Absolutely, it's doing work that I don't want to be doing.
Yeah,
right. Because I think I pretend that I can live a life of leisure, right? If I ever win the lottery, but I don't know if I truly can. I think I could travel for a couple months and do stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't know, get it out of my system. But then after a while, I'm gonna be like, now what?
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I definitely would have to have some sort of reason to wake up, like a goal, like a reason, something to do aside
something to look forward to and do.
Yeah. So I would have to have a job. I mean, but it'd be my own business,
right?
So we just really need to get our business off the ground first.
All that said, to say that I know. I don't know if I won the lotto. I think I could just exist.
You could?
I 100% could, because I've been multitasking and fucking being a big girl for a very long time that I think I could I have enough packed up stress and anxiety and everything that I'd be okay with just existing for a bit.
Yeah, I think for a bit, but you think forever?
Yeah, I'm old, girl.
You're not that old, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, for the first...
Don't get me...
I would do nothing until I got tired of doing nothing, but I don't know how
Don't get me wrong. I think I would have to have, a routine of, I go, work out, and then I do this, and I go... you know what I mean? I would have to have some sort of structure. I don't think I could just, fucking wing it every day. Because that would get to me. Not having the structure of, but I think doing, Pilates on Monday and, hanging poolside on Tuesday, that is structured enough. That's enough for me to look forward to be I'm good.
Oh, wow. You guys, let me know in the chat what you would do. Would you, if you won the lotto, right? Of course, the first, and it'd be, multi-million.
Yeah, this is, setting you and generations.
Yeah, this is generational wealth type of thing, right? Are you, just gonna cruise? You're okay to cruise through life after that? Or, would some of you, still have to find some sort of, work or create something, or, you know what I mean? I don't think I could be, one of those, this is gonna sound horrible, guys, but this is not what I mean. I don't think I could be one of those charity people. Those people that just live to be involved in charities.
You couldn't.
I would give money to the charities, but those trophy
philanthropists, true, that are out there and travel to the countries and do all. You couldn't do that.
Well, I was thinking more of like the rich wives.
the ones that just write the checks?
Fundraising and doing that stuff for it. I couldn't do that.
No? See,
no.
I could do that.
No, I don't know. I think I would need some sort of like a job or like my own business or something. Like I don't know. I know I pretend I want a life of leisure, which don't get me wrong. Like I would structure it so that I could still have leisure, but I don't know. For me, you see, I think really it's winning the lotto. It's not about like being able to afford all these luxuries. Which, don't get me wrong, I totally will. Yeah. If I'm winning that type of money, I will be dripped in Chanel and Gucci. You better fucking believe it. But for me, it's more about the freedom that it buys, right?
The time, yeah.
The time. You're not tied into having to go to a job 9 to 5.
Attend meeting, like those. Like you're the owner of your own time.
Yes.
And you know that whatever meeting you're stepping into, it's for your own sake, not to sit down and hear 20 other people talk.
Yeah, not to like boost the company's fucking
right.
Like their
profits.
Profits. It's not about that. So okay. Anyhow,
I totally could.
Versus like
I totally could. I could totally be that fucking. I don't think I could totally be like, you know, those people that just like, I'm going to just grab a backpack and go and see where fucking life takes me. I can't do that. Like, I could not do that. Because there's some like really rich people that are like, I'm just going to like hitchhike to fucking California and shit. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, no.
What rich person's hiking?
Hitchhiking. Yeah, no, they do that.
Oh,
it's crazy.
No.
Yeah. Like, I don't think I could be that type of person, but do I think that I could not have, like, would I ever attend a meeting again? No. Because I'd have people that attend meetings for me.
That it's not benefiting you.
Like, I don't want to be involved in the day-to-day. That's why I would hire people to have all of that and do all of that and keep it profitable. I don't want to be involved in anything. I could do that. But just sit down and like, let's see where the day takes me.
I totally think that the universe needs to really test my theory out with me. I think that the universe needs to really be like, what would Erika do? Like, really question that universe.
Yeah,
really have that.
Like, let's be scientific here. Let's figure it out.
Let's make it happen. Roman Empire, dear universe. That you wake up every day, you're like, what the fuck would you do that you just decide to give me multi-millions?
But see, I would be on the total polar opposite of you. I don't think I'd be like buying designer stuff.
Well,
I don't think I'd be
even like, with that. Like, you're so set for life. You're creating generational wealth.
No.
No.
Because first of all, I find most of that shit ugly as fuck. most of it, I'm like, what the fuck is this? And it's also made for like ultra skinny people that I'm not going to fit into it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't think I would. I wouldn't be like dripped out in fucking Versace and shit. Like,
well,
that's not.
Nobody should be dripped out in Versace.
I mean, if I'm in Miami, different story.
Unless you're like mobster's wife or some shit like that, then you should be in all Versace. But I don't know. But I would be high and low. Like, it wouldn't be like, I'm not going to be like these housewives on TV that are like every article of clothing is somebody's logo. You know what I mean? But I would definitely be walking into Chanel and be buying some nice bags. And
I'd buy stuff for other people, not for myself, though.
Oh.
See, like me, I'd be like Target. I'd still hit up Target and be like, $7 tees. Yes. You know? Like, I don't care how much money I have. Because for me, it's about comfort.
Uh-huh.
And again, if I'm walking around doing shit,
have you felt really expensive jeans? They're so nice.
I have, and that's what I'm saying.
They're so soft. The material is so nice. So that's why I don't mind.
If I had millions of dollars, I would not wear jeans ever.
You'd just be in an expensive Target or inexpensive Target boo-boo.
Yeah, absolutely. Muumu's here I come. And did you see that the chancletas are now in fashion for the summer?
Yes.
I'm set.
You're going to be... Your outfit, your Steve Jobs outfit is...
But yeah.
I love it.
Muumu's and chancletas.
All right, guys. Well, let us know in the chat what you would do. I mean, how would you? live your life.
Live your life.
Those multi-millions.
And again, millions, billions, like set for ever.
Yeah, like major generational wealth.
Yes.
How are you living your life?
Are you going all out, balling, like Erika? Are you about that moo life like me?
And also, like, no, or like the life of leisure. Like, are you ever going to work again?
Yes. Would you work again? And I mean, again, these are millions of dollars. You could put up your business. You could do whatever you want. You could be head of the company. You could totally be hands off. What would you do? Let us know.
All right, we're gonna jump into a song and we'll be back. All right, we're stopping that. I just couldn't.
I was like, dang. That song.
I know I added it, but it was getting on my nerves.
Sure.
All right, Marissa, are people gonna get bored and work, or are they gonna live the leisure moo life?
Like me.
Oh wait, the leisure life.
The leisure life.
Well, there was 2 questions that we threw out there.
Yes.
Are you gonna work, or are you gonna are you content with this living the life of leisure?
Yes.
And then if you do win, are you gonna are you okay spending it on designer items?
Right.
Or are you gonna live the moo target life?
The moo target life. Okay, so starting from the top, a couple of comments that we had as we were kind of talking about this is that Daydreamer says that that he's told Shanti that he wouldn't quit. He wouldn't quit his job. He'd still work.
You'd stay in the same job?
He'd
No,
work.
fuck no. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't stay in the same job, but I would, like, again, I think I would create my own business.
Right, and work for you. Okay. Yep. State of Flux says, when you're poor, they say at least you have your health. When you're rich, all you have to do is keep yourself alive. True. Medusa says she would do a dog rescue, own her own grooming vans, and like all animal businesses and help.
Oh,
so she'd be
nice.
like a true philanthropist with animals, which is nice. Black said he'd buy a crocodile.
Crocodile?
He said, I'm about that narco life. He said, and I'm going to go to Florida.
No.
But Medusa says that she agrees with you. She couldn't just sit though. So let's see what else. Flaggy says that I would be like, I'm hanging out Marshalls. Yeah, like I don't think I would change that. I do a lot of my shopping online, by the way. So I don't even go to Marshalls anymore. Let's see.
Oh wait, hold on, real quick. I just saw Brooke's comment. It says, "I'm late. What's the question?" Okay, we were talking about winning the lotto, Brooks. If you won like multi-millions, generational wealth type of money,
right?
Are you going to just live a life of leisure, or are you gonna like
work?
Are you gonna work? Continue working?
Whether that's just a regular job or you're gonna put up your own business, but have some sort of job.
Yes. And then the second part to that was, you have that generational type of money wealth, right? Mm-hmm. Are you like comfortable going in there and spending like money on designer goods? Like I said, I'd be dripping in Chanel and Gucci and some of these name brands, right? I do high and low, right?
Yeah.
I do like inexpensive stuff with expensive stuff.
Yeah, Chanel with Nike socks.
I mean, I would definitely be sporting some fucking sweet handbags. Okay. Definitely be doing that. So those were the questions. Yeah.
And me, on the other hand, I'd be like, nope, I would buy those things for my loved ones and, for others. But I myself don't see myself buying those brand name items.
Marissa's living the moo life.
I'm living the moo Target life, the Tarjay life, and I'm rocking it. Okay. So, Jen says, I would live as I do now, but I travel in luxury Louis Vuitton luggage full of my JCPenney clothes. I love it. See, there's certain things that I would totally invest in, like travel and food and certain things.
Yeah.
But, like what I'm wearing, that's not one of them. That's me. Daydreamer says, I told Chantel I wouldn't quit. We talk they take extravagant vacations for sure. I have 5 or 6 weeks of vacation a year. We live it up. And then Chantel is with me. She's a moo life girl.
Oh, nice.
So, okay. Yeah. State of Flux says, I'd road trip around the States, visiting record shops and buying ridiculous amounts of vinyl records.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
That's his drip.
That's his drip. Yes, he's dripped out on vinyl. Let's see. Jen, Daydreamer tagged Jen in a comment and said, "How pissed would you be if you stole Louis Vuitton luggage to only get JCPenney clothes in?" Thinking you hit the jackpot and you're gonna resell it and get that good pennies. Mr. Pantone Black says, "I'd still work, but I'd take the least responsible job, like Kevin Spacey in American Beauty, but not die at the end." Fair. Fluggy says, "I'm so petty, I'd take it with me. Ain't no other generations getting my love." He said, "Fuck these generations. Y'all on your own.
Dang.
Me and my crocodile are gonna live it up." Me and my crocodile are gonna live it up and fuck the generations.
All right. Okay.
I like it. Brooke says, "My current job would become my hobby. It would be awesome to shoot pictures without clients." Mr. R says, "Plan B, I'd buy Station Head and give everyone here a channel and only have one K-pop channel."
Those fucking K-poppers, man. God damn it.
Bitches multiply.
I know.
It feels like whack-a-mole. Every time you like think you're done, there's like 5 more that pop up.
We need to have the opportunity to like just block them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like your feed, yeah.
It's so fucking irritating.
Jen's with me. She said, "I'd buy all the top shelf items from Target." Me too, Jen. I wouldn't just shop on sale and clearance. Just saying.
I mean, but I wouldn't be stupid. Like, I wouldn't be like spending my money like that dumb either. Because we were just on the Sunday show, the music show. I was talking about Irwan. If you guys don't know what Irwan is, that is an LA based like grocery store. That's Whole Foods times 100,000. Like,
Right.
it's so fucking expensive.
Right.
At that grocery store. And I kind of went down that cheating spiral because I hit up Whole Foods on Saturday, and I spent a lot of money for very little items. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, this is so wrong.
Right.
But then I started getting all these Irwan TikToks. And then one of them being one of the items that they had that I wanted to just vomit about was a bag of ice. Okay, guys, it's ice. It's those giant, like, whiskey spears that I have bought so many ice molds to try to recreate.
I know.
I spent so much money on ice molds trying to recreate that. But anyhow, there's only 8 in this bag. And guess how much this bag of ice is? $30.
Get the fuck out of here.
$30 fucking dollars.
Who the fuck is paying $30 for 8? You know what you may need to do? Open those fucking bags and hit you with those fucking balls of ice. How dare you?
So, okay, I'm going to have generational wealth, but I'm not buying $30 worth of bags of ice. I'm going to have a machine that's worth
you're gonna have fucking,
that's
yeah.
for me.
You're gonna have fucking multitude of fucking machines making you all kinds of different shaped ice, not just balls of ice, spheres. Yeah, no, I don't know. Let's see. There's a couple other here. So Helen says she's buying chanclas with diamonds. Best of both worlds. I love it. Brooke saying that his minivan would be so pimped. He said, "Pimp I ride."
He's keeping the fucking minivan. All right.
I like it. Yeah, and everybody agrees with you that Erwan is just crazy.
I don't understand. Like, of course I don't live in LA, so I've never been to one. But, like, a $20 fucking shake? $20 for a shake.
No.
I mean, granted, we're at a fucking restaurant and I'm paying, like, stupid money for a glass of wine.
Me too. That's what I'm saying. Like,
so
there's like things that I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and they're, like, ordering food from, like, the hot, like, prepared food.
Yeah.
And I think this girl had, like, maybe 4 items plus one of the shakes, and it was, like, $120. No, I'm sorry.
This shit better cure cancer. Like, I better not have a fucking disease.
$120 is, like, fucking Del Frisco's.
Yeah. For one person?
Not your one fucking prepared foods. I'm sorry, no.
Not fucking supermarket prepared foods. No. I don't care how bougie it is.
All right, guys. So, are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
So let's jump into the story of the day. So this story, I'm perplexed. I don't know if I'm on Jim's side or not. So let's get into it. You guys let me know. Right. I have a coworker, Jim, who's in the same department as me, and our work sometimes overlaps. We're both managers and have been at our company for the same amount of time. I've had some trouble communicating with Jim and getting answers/information I need. He's not great about responding to IMs, and due to the nature of his job, he's often away from his desk, so I can't easily pop by to catch him. He's better with email, and we do email back and forth quite a bit, but I don't think it's feasible to strictly communicate with him over email. Some things are better discussed in person because they involve one of us showing the other how something works, how to do something, where a problem is physically located, etc.
Oh, I was going to say, what do you mean? I was like, what do you mean you can't talk about this in a call or something?
Oh, so our department had asked that I schedule a weekly standing meeting with Jim, so we have a designated time every week to check in, catch up about outstanding items. The meeting would maybe take 10 to 15 minutes, and if neither of us has anything to discuss, we can always cancel. I explained this to Jim, and when I set up the meeting series, and he seemed to be fine with it at the time. Since setting up these meetings, I have yet to actually meet with Jim because he keeps canceling on me, even if I have things I need to talk to him about.
He said, fuck you and your meeting.
I'm not into this idea after all. No, he's not into this. This past week, he asked if I could email anything I needed to talk to him about, which I did, even though some things probably needed to be talked about face to face. He did get back to me with answers to my questions and also indicated that moving forward, he would prefer to keep our communications to email. Jim's like, I don't want to fucking do face to face. I don't want to do your...
He said, fuck your face. Send me an email.
Your Teams, your Google Meets, any
in person.
Zoom. Now, fuck that.
You're in person? I like him.
Jim said, put it in writing, bitch. Today he emailed me and said he would be unable to meet with me for the next 2 weeks. Next week he has a vendor meeting at the same time, and the following week he'll be going out of town on the next day and needs to prepare. He asked me to email him any items I need to talk to him about. I fucking love Jim. Straight said, I'm sorry, but I'm going out of town on Wednesday. Tuesday is a me day.
Yeah.
Don't be fucking scheduling meetings.
He said, how dare you? Tuesday's basically vacation day already. How dare you? Also, Jim, I'm sorry, but who the fuck starts their PTO on a Wednesday? That's crazy.
No, I made that up.
Oh, okay.
It didn't say Wednesday in there. I just made up like a random date.
Oh, okay. I was like, that's wild.
Like, but that's fucking hilarious. He's
like, no.
No, I need to prepare myself for my
PTO.
For my PTO. Don't be bothering me.
I like it.
I'm starting to get the feeling that Jim doesn't want to meet with me at all. I'm frustrated, and I have spent so much time and energy trying to better communicate with him, and we've gotten nowhere. I'm trying not to take this personally, but it's been difficult as I know he has regular meetings with other people and makes time for various coworkers in the organization. We work pretty closely together and have always gotten along, and I'm starting to wonder if he has a problem with me. I do think it would be helpful to meet, mostly because I have sometimes had a difficult time communicating with him, and there has been some miscommunication between us in the past when talking over IM or email. I don't think we need to meet every week if neither of us has items to talk about, but I would appreciate the opportunity to speak to him when there are things that need to be discussed, especially considering the miscommunication that has happened in the past. At this point, I'm not sure what to do. Should I let him know that the request to meet weekly come from our boss, so we should honor that? Should I go back to my boss and let him know that Jim doesn't seem to want to meet? I don't want to tattle on him, but I'm at a loss and I don't know what to do. I think this person is a fucking...
I think you're the problem.
I think they're like a time waster. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And that's why he's like, fuck no, I don't want to be doing meetings with you.
Yeah.
Because nothing gets resolved. I bet you that person who wrote in is a person who wants to schedule meetings about a meeting.
And then let's follow up with another meeting.
And we'll circle back.
and then we'll have a standing meeting every week to talk about the shit that we just talked about in 3 meetings. No, ma'am, you're the problem. Like, I like Jim's style. I see nothing wrong with what Jim's doing. Leave Jim the fuck alone. Leave my man's alone. Okay? Leave my man's Jim alone. Leave my man's Jims alone, okay? Just leave him alone. Like, that's crazy. The fact that you can't properly communicate what you want in an email does not constitute because there's people that love in-person interactions.
Oh my God.
They love talking through things. I'm sorry that you cannot properly put into an email what you're needing. Mm-hmm. That's a you problem. Nobody else has to accommodate. Now, I'm sorry, but I've been in both sides where I've been completely remote in an organization that's completely remote. You and I were there. And now I'm back in office. And I can tell you that I bullshit half the time in office. I do, because there's a lot of like how's it going? Da, 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 blah, blah. Uh-huh. Next thing you know, it's been an hour. And there goes an hour. Yep. You know what I mean? When I was working from home, I didn't have those moments because I had meetings or I had stuff to get done. I find that a lot of the people that are like, oh, in person's just better, it's because they lack the skill sets to communicate what they're needing or how they're wanting things to get done. Mm-hmm. And it's not everybody else's problem, it's their problem. Because this whole bullshit of like, I need to show you something in person right at what the fuck are you doing? Are you doing heart surgery?
I think there are times when, yes, maybe like a face-to-face is needed. Like, oh, I need you to like screen share with me this like real quick, but not
in person.
Not a fucking standing meeting
every
week.
Every week.
Unless there's something to communicate.
Right.
Then throw a meeting on my calendar. Even my fucking one-to-ones with my boss get on my goddamn nerves. Like, there's days that we don't even have weeks that we don't have shit to talk about because we're communicating through email, and I am all fucking day long.
Right. I hate those, and I hate that I have to do them. I have to do them with my team, and I fucking hate them. They're the fucking bane of my existence. I hate them because it's such a time suck. Like, I'm like, if you needed something, you would have asked me already. Yeah. But it is to cover my ass in case they're like, nobody ever like gave me the opportunity to say, no, bitch, you have won the ones. Every week. Every week. So that's really what I use them for. But I agree. I love Jim's style. I think that, especially her caveats of like, sometimes I need to show him something in person at the location. Like, what are we, heart surgeons? What are we doing? What is so important that you have to show me and you have to physically see my body there looking at it?
I mean, what cracked me up about the story is that she's having difficulty with setting meetings with him when he's meeting people on like a regular basis within the company.
Well, then that is you, babes.
So maybe, that's where, when I was reading, I was like, maybe Jim's, at first I was like, okay, maybe Jim needs to at least once a month. Or like, just be like, hey, we have nothing to discuss. Let's not meet today. Or like some sort of communication, right? About the meeting or not. But the fact that he just,
he avoids
her and nobody else.
Well, I also think that, it's also very one-sided, right? Uh-huh. Like, I want to hear Jim's side of the story. Because if he's meeting, he clearly doesn't mind meeting with other people. I think, like you said, there's history there where this bitch is probably a time suck. She just goes off on tangents. Or, it's those people that can't really come to a decision and have clear... Because it really sounds like he's covering his ass. He's like, bitch, put it in writing.
It does sound like
that. It really sounds like he's...
I want to communicate through email.
Through email, because I want to have evidence and receipts. Uh-huh. So there's clearly more to the story there.
Yeah. So you guys let us know. Is Jim right?
Yes.
Or are we... we're clearly taking Jim's side.
Absolutely.
In this, right? We're like, fuck yeah, Jim. You don't need to meet with that bitch.
Fuck her in an in-person meeting.
Or face-to-face, like whatever meetings she wants to have. Meetings about meetings upon meetings.
Yes.
And I bet you she's also one of those people that when you get on, wants to talk about their fucking life.
I don't care.
For 5 to 10 minutes. I'm like, no, let's just fucking start with it. Like, let's just.
I got shit to do.
We got an agenda. And your fucking weekend was not part of the agenda.
Yeah.
So, fuck off, Jessica, you twat. I don't need to know.
I don't give a fuck what you did on the weekend. You're still here. You're still poor like all of us.
So let us know in the chat. Are we wrong? Or like, should this person tell the boss?
I think she just needs to move forward with just email communication, because it sounds like her preference. Like it sounds like her meeting with him is a her thing, not a requirement of the roles.
Okay. But her boss did suggest.
Yeah.
Probably at her.
But at her, okay. Like, suggested to her, because he didn't say this in a team meeting where Jim was also there.
Yeah.
It was in a conversation with her. So it sounds like she's a super in-person type of individual that likes to meet regularly or be in person, have those face-to-face conversations. I think just respect people's boundaries and just be like, look, this is what I need. If we continue to have difficulty communicating, then we'll jump on a call. But I don't think the default should be to meet in person or jump on a call or have a meeting.
A standing weekly meeting.
Weekly meeting.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to jump into a song, and you guys let us know in the chat what you think. All right, guys. We are back.
Yes.
Marissa, let me know what's in the chat. Are people with us in gym, or are we always the curmudgeon assholes?
So it looks like we have some feedback. James from Pedro says, sounds like Jim has work-life balance figured out. I like it. Yeah. It's like, no. Nina says, I have a standing weekly meeting with my boss every week, and I always want to jump off a bridge beforehand. Me too.
I mean, I really like my boss.
Absolutely.
But there's fucking times that I'm like, what the fuck do we have to talk about?
Like we just talked an hour ago.
Like, we talk multiple times a day through IM and email. I'm telling you, last week there was nothing to fucking discuss.
Right.
Nothing. Just, so it should be like a check-in, like, hey, is there anything that needs to be brought up?
Yeah.
Like
anything that you're stuck on.
Pending or like that we need to go through. Nope. All right. Then it's fucking canceled.
Yeah.
Here's your hour time back.
Absolutely. James from Pedro says, I hate meetings about meetings. And I hate that those are fucking recurring.
That was our old company, James.
Oh my God.
Corporate, where we just both left.
Yeah.
Meetings about meetings about meetings.
And then you would have another like company-wide meeting and then talk about the meetings, and then end up with a to-do of another meeting.
It was ridiculous. I've never had so much time sucked out of my life than when we worked at corporate and those fucking meetings.
It was hell. But yeah, it's crazy because at the end, you don't even know what you're meeting about. You're like, why are we doing this? It literally got to a point where you didn't even know why you were meeting again like you were 4 meetings deep and you're like, why are we still talking about this?
Like, let's just fucking find a solution for this and move the fuck on with our lives.
No. They had to rub salt on the wound. But Fluggy has a different perspective about Jim. He says, maybe he has a crush and he just doesn't want to be face to face with her. He's trying to take a different route. Yeah. I still think he hates her guts.
Yeah, I don't think it's a crush, Flug.
I think he hates her fucking face. And and some shit's happened before where he's like, no, bitch, receipts. Send it to me in writing.
Absolutely.
That's what I think. But Brooks says, I think the evidence thing is most likely. So he agrees with us. Agreed. I used to have Fluggy says, agreed. I used to have a weekly meeting with my escorts, but then I was like, damn, I see you fools all the time that we can just talk now.
With my escorts. I love it. All right, guys.
It's rough out there, Fluggy. It's rough. I love that you're taking the time to have one-on-ones with them.
I know. What a good pimp you are.
Look at you.
All right, guys. So this story is... I was a little irritated. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
With some of these people. But okay, let's get into it. So this is a life horror story, okay?
Mm-hmm.
My husband and I have a lake home, and we've been there almost 4 years. In that time, we've become good friends with a few other households on our corner of the lake. Some of our group is quite outgoing, always meeting new people in our lake community and being welcoming, us included. Everyone's awesome, but one couple has become problematic.
Oh?
Last year, we met Roger and Helene, who have a seasonal cottage on a different part of the lake. They're around weekends. They check in with us / our friend group when in town or stop by unannounced. This is fine. What's hard is that they always want to get together all of the time and don't seem to accept it when we tell them we're busy. I'm sorry, but no, I'm not okay with unannounced drop-bys.
No.
No. You and I live 5 minutes apart.
And we've never dropped into each other's houses just like that.
Unannounced.
No.
Never.
And I would never.
No, it just, you don't do that.
No.
Okay, anyhow, sorry. They don't seem to accept it when we tell them we're busy. They get in their boat, drive over to our area, and anchor straight in front of our properties. It makes everyone uncomfortable. They'll stay there for an hour plus. If we're working in the yard, they'll repeatedly go by telling us to quit working and to join them. Other times, when at the campfire, they'll dock their boat at one of our docks, then join us at the fire without the invitation. They'll also drive or walk over from the place to check up on us, even after even being told we're not available.
Check up on them? What the fuck are you checking in on? Check that you're still busy and don't want to hang out with me? All right, cool.
When we're in our boats, they'll drive theirs over and say, let's tie up the boats so that we can hang out on the water together. Normally it's fine, except for when we're hosting guests. We've struggled with how to say no. My husband and I would never say, let's tie up to other boaters.
That's how you know you're in a different tax bracket, because I have never heard that in my life.
I've heard let's tie up, but in a whole different circumstance.
Not with boats. Boats were not involved.
We were landlocked.
Just saying.
Normally it's fine, except for when we're hosting guests. We've struggled with how to say no. My husband and I would never say, let's tie up to other boaters. We would swing by, say hello, then see if we're invited. If not, we're moving along. That's protocol, but it's a loss on Roger and Helene. Recently, out-of-town friends who have been to the lake a few times declined our invitation to visit, citing that they don't like the visits being interrupted by the neighbors, specifically Roger and Helene. Our core friend group is very, very respectful about visitors, so we knew who the issue was. Our corner of the lake complains about these two all the time and has struggled with how to handle their constant orbiting. Having a visit invitation turned down because of them, it made me extra annoyed. So they're so fucking annoying that their guests are like,
you got issues.
We can't hang with you.
We're gonna pass.
We're gonna pass on hanging with you guys until you get rid of those losers.
Yeah.
Ooh. So 2 weeks ago, we were on our pontoon with friends when Roger and Helene showed up and said, let's tie up. We'd already told them that we were busy via text when they checked in. But apparently, they just couldn't resist coming out when they saw us. Being extra annoyed, I finally spoke up. Sorry, we're good, we're entertaining. We'll have to get together another time. Later, I got an angry text from Helene. She said I was rude and embarrassed them. I texted back saying I was sorry that they felt that way, but they needed to respect when we're busy, and that at times my husband and I felt stalked. Haven't heard from them since. A couple of our core friends say I shouldn't have said anything, that their stalking isn't a big deal. They're nice. This is surprising and upsetting me. I thought they'd understand why I spoke up. Plus, I didn't drag any of them into it. Am I wrong?
No.
And fuck the friends for all of a sudden being like, you shouldn't say that to them when everybody's been shit-talking Roger
Exactly.
Roger and Helene need to understand boundaries.
Need to respect
boundaries.
Yes.
And can't be tying up all the time.
The fuck? Y'all need to go get some new hobbies.
You can't just fucking park in front of somebody's property when they're doing yard work.
And be like, oh, we're just going to hang out here. Like, first of all, I'm going to be pissed because I'll be like, if you got that time, come help me. Like, do you not see me sweating? Like, do you not see me trying to fucking fighting for my life out here? Come help. If you got time, come help. But no, I think it's crazy that they are stalking them, that even though they say, like, when someone tells you, no, thank you, that's it. Drop it.
Yeah, like, oh, we're busy today.
Yeah, then cool.
And if you see them on the lake, you just fucking wave.
And that's it.
And you move on.
That's it.
You don't drop in unexpectedly. No, that is so fucking rude.
Never.
At the campfire, you
just invite yourself.
You just don't park the boat and, like, come on over. Like, you would be like, hey, we see you're outside. Can we join?
Well, see, I wouldn't even do that.
No, I wouldn't either.
No,
unless
because
they got a straight invite. Like, hey, we're gonna be.
Yeah, if you guys want to stop by later, we're gonna be at the campfire. Like,
come on over.
Yeah, come on over. But if you're not inviting me, I'm not checking to see if it's okay, bitch. You don't want me there, clearly, because you got a life and so do I. So
well, evidently, Raj and Helene do not.
On the weekends, what the fuck? I fucking stalk them during the week and stop popping in.
And Helene, for her to start sending, like, you embarrassed me. No, Helene.
You embarrassed yourself, baby, because you're sitting there stalking us, going through the lake, seeing what we're doing, trying to
get the fuck
invite
out of here,
yourself
Helene.
to our gatherings. No, I'm sorry.
Like, what if they're entertaining, like, a boss or a client? Or, you know what I mean? Like, you just can't be yelling in the fucking lake, let's tie up.
Like, that's crazy.
What kind of fucking swinger community is happening out there?
Yes. I don't know. I feel like it's some of those people that, because I think we all know someone that you're like, oh, you know, no fucking boundaries.
Uh-huh.
But I've never had that happen to me. I don't know if you guys have ever had that happen to you, but, like, I've never had a person. I'm also not very warm and inviting, to be quite frank. and not a lot of people know where I live. Like, if you know where I live, it's because you, like, we're friends and I really like you, and, you know, but most of the time people don't know where I live. So I'm never the one to be like, come over to my house. Like, I'm not that person.
No, I mean, I host a lot here at my house.
No, I know, yeah.
I really do. But that's because I want to do it at that time, and I'm inviting you over. I'm making the time to host you at that specific time. That doesn't mean fucking pop on over anytime you want, Helene, while I'm fucking doing yard work or scrubbing toilets. Get the fuck out of here. I don't have time for your shenanigans.
No, but what I'm saying is that I've never had a situation, because like that you invite someone over and you don't really know how they are, and then they just kind of start dropping by. I've never had that happen to me. So to me, I've never seen that happen either. So
yeah, no, I've never had that happen either.
And I've never seen it happen to anybody else. So I don't know how you would go about that, but I don't think she's in the wrong for saying back the fuck up.
No, I know somebody who is happening to, and it was driving her
really?
crazy. Yeah. So I don't want to call it out specific. Well, now okay, the cat's out of the bag. I'm already rolling into this story, right? So Mo, if you guys listen to us on AMP, you guys will know she co-hosted a couple shows with us. That is my childhood best friend. We've known each other since we were 10. Anyhow, we moved to Vegas together. Her and her husband stayed a year or two after I moved back to Texas, and then they moved to another city. In that city, there was a childhood friend of ours that lived there, and they still would see, like, when that person would go to Vegas, they would hang out.
Yeah.
She had gone to visit her in that city before a couple times, like, so they were like friendly.
Close, friendly.
But when she moved into that city, the friend became that person that would just drop by all the time unexpectedly.
No.
Yeah. She's like, I'm fucking working, or I'm doing other stuff.
Right.
Like, I don't have time to have, like, coffee or to just hang and
just hang. Yeah. Like, if I have time, I'll let you know, and then I'll make the invite, or I'll, volunteer the time, but no. You can't just show up. That's crazy. I've never had that happen to me or know of anybody, but But I don't think this person's in the wrong for putting up some boundaries.
I mean, she should have said, we're feeling stalked. Like, I think it was just so much, like, pressure.
No.
Like, she could have, you think she's fine wording it that way? Like,
I think she's
you're fucking getting on my nerves, Ali. She just fucking blew up.
I think.
You're stalking us.
Well, no, because it is stalking. Like,
well, yeah.
They're parking their boat outside of their house and being like, are you home? Like, or like driving up and down the lake to see if they're home. That's stalking. Yeah. Like that, she's not wrong. I think the word itself has like an effect on people where it's like, oh shit. But really is like, I've told you no in every possible way. Cause they've been like, oh no, no, thank you. Not right now. They've tried really nice and multiple times. It's not like they did it one time and she was like, stalkers. Like that. That wasn't the case. She was like, actually like, they've tried in every possible way.
Uh-huh.
And they haven't gotten like the respect of the boundary that they're trying to put up. So at that point, what could she do? I think she's much nicer than what I would have said. Yeah. I think she like stalk is like we feel a little bit stalked. It is a little bit hard, but it's true.
Yeah.
Because I would have been like, back the fuck up. Like, y'all need to back the fuck up because I don't know how many times I have to tell you no. No means no. If I have the time, we'll hang out, cool. But if I don't have the time, don't drop by my house. Don't fucking like
anchor
and see when I'm done. No. Because there's days that you don't want to socialize with anyone.
Oh.
There's days where you just want to like be on your own, like
not you just want to fucking rot on your couch, rot in your house.
Absolutely. Why should I have to now accommodate you because you had no other plans?
Yeah.
Go make some friends.
I'm not here to fucking entertain you. I'm not a fucking clown. All right. So let us know in the chat. I've seen it moving, so I know people are putting in their 2 cents. But let's go to a song, and we'll come back and read what's happening in the chat.
All right.
Are we good with that, Marissa?
Yeah.
All right, guys. We are back. Oh,
we are?
Are
we back? Sorry, guys. We got cut off by the song.
It was short.
It was. All right. So going back to the chat, it looks like, Brooks was saying that they're swingers. That's his story. He said they're swingers. That's too much interest.
Too much interest. Or they fucking hate each other. Are so bored in their fucking marriage.
But why would they go together? Like, if I hate you, I don't want to hang out with you with other people.
There's couples that do that. They're so fucking bored of each other. Marissa's, like, confused.
I am. I'm like, there's all kinds of shit going on. I'm like, why would you, if I'm so bored of you, why would I want to go hang out with you just with more people?
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Some marriages are weird, Marissa.
Yeah. I mean, clearly, I don't know anything about that. I've had 0 successful marriages so far, so clearly I know nothing about that. But Medusa says, I would use my millions to find someone on the lake to take them to, quote unquote, swim with the fishes. Dang. Well, Medusa said she was going to borrow that crock from Fluggy and just throw it in the lake real quick. Flood says, I can relate to these people. This happens to me all the time because I'm so cool, handsome, and funny. People just want to be around me.
And I do understand the appeal. When I was in San Francisco and got to meet Flood, I was like, oh, fuck, how am I ever going to leave this guy?
Yeah.
I know.
You don't want to come back? You almost missed your flight.
I did. It was very hard for me to get on that.
You were falling on the street. All right. Brooke says, I had a friend who would call my studio and I wouldn't answer. So he'd come on the answering machine and say, I know you're here, because he was calling from the parking lot. Dude, no. That's like restraining order.
No.
That's not a friend. Just saying. That's like, seek help. That's like, get a restraining order. That's crazy. Medusa says, my mom just had this happen to her. They went on a trip to New Mexico to see the Air Balloon Fest with her best friend's family. And the Tia Marta insisted on popping in unannounced to a family member's house at 9 a.m.
No.
I'm sorry, 9 p.m. Sorry.
9 p.m. is even worse.
I know.
I'm getting ready for bed. I'm doing my nighttime skin routine. I've got the hair up. No. If I'm answering the door at 9 p.m., somebody better be in the hospital. Somebody better be in the hospital, in jail, or someone's going to end up in the hospital and I'm going to end up in jail. Fuck.
That is crazy. I mean, just the brassiness of just being like, yeah, that's okay. We should totally do that.
No.
That's insane. But no, I don't think that this person's an asshole. I think she actually let her down really kind of nicely, to be quite frank. Because I would have been like, back the fuck up, Halim. I need, like, if I'm available, I'll let you know.
I mean, I think she definitely held it in a very long time.
Absolutely.
Like, there's no way I would have put up with that for months
so long.
And months on end. I couldn't handle that. I would have put the boundaries, like clear boundaries sooner. And then I would have, but I don't know if I think I would have worded it differently.
What would you have said?
That's what I'm thinking. I would have been like, I don't know. I have to really think about this.
Okay.
And then I'll give you guys an answer next show if I remember. But it'd be something along the lines of like, when we say we can't meet, please respect our boundaries, or, sometimes we're entertaining. Sometimes, there's moments that we're trying to share with these people, or like something's going on. And, I will definitely extend the invite. Mm-hmm. We love having you over. I will extend the invite when those opportunities arise.
Look at you.
My corporate fucking hat on.
I know.
But I don't think I'd be like, you're fucking stalking us, Helene.
Well, I think part of it's true. Is like she blew up.
She lost her shit.
She lost her shit because it's like months and months and end. I think I agree with you where I wouldn't have let it happen for so long. But I think I would have been like, look, we enjoy spending time together. When we're available, we'll let you know.
Absolutely.
But if not, please respect you when I'm telling you no. No does not mean come park in front of my house. No does not mean, stop by unannounced and uninvited. Mm-hmm. Whenever there is time, we will invite you. Outside of that, please respect that. And if you don't want to hang out anymore, cool. Thank you.
Absolutely.
But months?
Yeah, not months. Fuck that. So, we're going to have to bring this up on the next show, guys, because I had brought up this story because I thought we were going to have enough time to do a water cooler moment. Water cooler moment we haven't done in a very long time here.
Haven't done it in a hot minute.
And that's where we talk about stuff that's not work related or work life related. It's like pop culture, right?
Yes.
What you're watching. And I had brought up, I was going to bring the story because they're talking about stock that was going to tie it into this. Have you guys seen Baby Reindeer?
Oh my God, yes.
Oh my God. I just saw it on Sunday. We saw we binged it all, my sister and I.
So did I.
And my mom got caught up in it too. It's so wild. Should we go a little extra?
Yeah.
Talk about this?
That's fine. Yeah, because I was like, it was a roller coaster of emotions. But the fact that this is based on a true story, like this is a true story, and the main character that's portraying it, it's his story.
Yeah, I know. The actor. That's so fucking crazy. It is so. It's completely fucking devastating, though. I'm not gonna lie.
It is.
Because at first you're like, why is he putting up with this shit? Like, what's wrong with this guy? And then you see the whole story. I don't want to ruin it for those who have not seen it.
But you get to learn more about him and his past, and you realize
why. And it's so fucking devastating. And it's horrible. It's horrible because we hear a lot of what happens to women in these grooming type situations, right? But we never actually see a man's point of view, and then we don't see the specifics. And it's just fucking. It was devastating. It was heartbreaking.
It was.
It is such a good fucking show. So if you guys have not seen it, you have to.
Please do
7 episodes, 30 minutes each. And it's called Baby Reindeer on Netflix.
But definitely take a look. I mean, I think it's crazy because for a minute, and I actually saw an interview that he did, and he was like, please don't look at me as a full victim, because I also perpetuated this. Like, you see a full scope of everything that's happening, and he explains why. Like, he was like, I was, such a point in my life. And again, I don't want to give out too much details for the people that haven't seen it. I was in such a point in my life that, like, I almost egged it on because it made me feel good. So I know I should have, like, because there's times where you're like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? Why? But then you get to know about his past, and you're like, oh fuck. And then you already know what she's kind of capable of and the things that she's done, and you're like, what the fuck? But it's not. So in these typical kind of scenarios, you have like the bad guy, and you're like the big bad wolf, and you're like, we hate the person, right? But I think they did such a good job at telling this story where you don't completely hate her. You end up hating somebody completely different.
It is so good.
Yes.
So I definitely, again, I cannot speak any more highly of this fucking show.
Yes.
It is so good. And it is, once again, Baby Reindeer on Netflix. 7 episodes, about 30 minutes each. Watch it.
Yes.
Watch it. It's so fucking good. It is so fucking good. I haven't seen anything like that. Like it's such a different story compared to anything else I've ever seen. It's not like copying off, like,
it's not like a remake or
guys. All I heard was about a stalking situation, blah blah blah. So I was thinking it was going to be kind of like Misery.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be along like a kind of like a remake of Misery, like along that line type of thing. Fucking not that. It is completely different and wild, and the psychology behind it is mind-blowing. Just watch it. Do yourselves a favor and watch it.
Yes, please. And we'll definitely come back here on Thursday.
I mean, talk about it a little more.
So hopefully by then y'all have watched it.
Helen, I believe, saw it.
Yes. So, yeah, hopefully by then y'all have watched it so that you all can join in on the conversation. Because right now we don't want to give too much away. Because it has a lot of twists and turns.
Yeah.
But it's such a good production.
Or maybe we bring it like
next
Thursday,
Tuesday?
Or maybe,
next Tuesday.
We'll talk about it again next Tuesday, because that
give you guys time to
like a whole week to watch this, right? Because 2 days is kind of a short turnaround. Even though once you start watching it, you
can't stop because you want to understand it, because it captivates you. It really does.
You're gonna get hooked.
More addicting than Tiger King.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Tiger King.
Well, I don't know.
But we were also in a fucking pandemic during the Tiger King fucking saga.
I don't know, but Joe Exotic is... Joe Exotic is another breed, man. So I think he would have been a star regardless. Pandemic or not.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right. He just hit at that perfect time.
He did.
All of us were watching it together.
He did. And
the whole world stopped and watched fucking Joe Exotic.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll talk about it again next Tuesday.
Yes, next Tuesday.
If we remember.
We'll try to put it in our notes.
Yes, but that being said, guys, quick housekeeping. May 9th, we have Nikki Bitts joining us for Songs We Hate. Ooh, she's next on the docket. In June, we'll have Miss Jen Glenn joining us for Songs We Hate.
Nice.
Which, I'm super excited for Nikki, because she does host a show called Chop Block, where she plays songs and the guests have to decide, like, should we continue the song or not? Let's chop it. Fluggy and I are always with our axe and knives out. We're like, let's get rid of this song, right?
Yeah.
But to hear her actually pick songs that she fucking despises.
That she makes the deciding factor.
Exactly.
Telling us why.
Yeah, so that's going to be fun. And then in June, we'll have Miss Jen Glenn, but of course, third Thursday of this month, we're going to be back with another episode of The Morning After with Miss Helen, who already has stories.
The one and only.
Already has, like, more stories for us.
Helen, when I grow up, I want to live... you need to make a movie or a documentary.
The dating correspondent who just keeps giving.
I mean, I love it. Where would we be without Helen?
We need to give her a Peabody.
I know.
a Pulitzer Prize. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We greatly appreciate you. We appreciate your time. We will see you at your shows. And how should they reach us, Marissa?
If you want to participate in Songs We Hate or anything else with us, you can always DM us on our Instagram, and our Instagram account is
IHIHWHS.
Or if you want to appear with our dating correspondent in the morning after, because you have a story to share, you can always reach out to us, and we actually have a separate Instagram account for that. And our
well, yeah, that, or we can just do a fucking go to our link tree.
Yes, go to our link tree.
It's in the bio right here, because we also have like our email up there. We have every way that you could possibly get a hold of us.
Absolutely. Is on there. Check out our link tree. Let us know. We'll get you scheduled.
Yeah, but Instagram DM is probably the best.
You'll probably get a quicker response.
The IHIHWHS account.
Please. But yeah, thank you all so much. We appreciate you.
I played Interpol last Thursday. Oh, shit, Brooks. I'm sorry. I missed it. Interpol, who's here Sunday, and I'm dragging Marissa with me.
Oh, shit, I am?
Yes. I remember you had said yes to me. But okay, we'll discuss offline.
Okay. I guess we're going.
We're going to put a pin in this.
We'll circle back.
We're going to talk about this offline. All right, guys. Thank you so much, and you have a great one. We'll see you at your shows.